Year 10 biology students. In this video, I will talk about a work sample for EALD learners, so they could be Aboriginal or international students who have specific literacy demands. And I have chosen the topic of evolution for a very good reason, because it is notorious for having long, complex journals that students tend to have difficulty in grasping those concepts. So the first differentiation strategy that I have used would be to grade an Aboriginal student based on diagrams. So one of the 8 ways of learning in Indigenous culture would be through visual cues. So in this modern theory of evolution assignment, I have made sure that this Indigenous student was able to draw and identify the evolution of forefeet and molar teeth from 50 million years ago to 35 million years to 15 million years and then 8 million years, and explain that in terms of diagrams. And the second one would be keywords. So to meet the needs of literacy. So in the topic of fossils, I would ask an Indigenous student to segregate dating into the keywords that I would need to give them their marks and allocate their grades. And I would like them to be able to explain in simple terms that fossils are found in sedimentary rocks. And in those sedimentary rocks, there's the upper layer and the lower layer, just those simple terms. And a student would at least be able to explain that in the upper layer, life forms are complex, and in the lower layer, life forms are simpler. Then when it talks about dating, fossil dating are divided into relative and radiometric dating. It's very important that these terms are specified. So the student would then be able to explain at least that relative dating would be to determine a fossil's age by position in the layers. That's the keyword, position. And then in the radiometric dating explanations, the word radioactive is there. It must be there. Radioactive elements such as isotopes with different neutron numbers. Neutron numbers, sorry. So back to the diagrams that are going to be drawn in this assignment. The EALD student must be able to explain that the molar teeth and the forefoot have evolved over time because the animal went through different conditions. So in this case, when a forefoot goes from being very thick to being very thin, I will be able to deduce that the student has learned that maybe this animal went through a dry climate or a hot dry climate, going from a cold damp climate. Then with regards to molar teeth, I can see that maybe this animal's diet has changed over time. And that student may explain that in 1 or 2 simple sentences instead of, compared to a white Australian student would write paragraphs of what this is. What I have just explained would be written in paragraphs if it were a white Australian student or a student with very good English. So yeah, these are the 2 ways I would teach evolution, which is the most literacy-rich topic, full of journals and long texts in the Darwinian theories. So yeah, diagrams and keywords. There aren't any numeracy demands in this assignment.